Hello and welcome to the catch-up section, yes, of the session. What did we do? Well, I've got to be honest, I'm hoping this, this is a new version of Courseplay, and so far neither this nor Courseplay keeps giving up and saying it's blocked, which, like if you aim for the only thing in the field that could stop you, that you could honestly say that you were blocked, but, seriously? Oh, and this keep putting the pipe away when you're not even ready. It's just ridiculous. Right, okay, let's do nearest because you're... Yes, that's not bowled me over either. So let's do nearest and see if it can actually do any work. It was just faffing around, and then I thought, well, let's let the normal worker have a go. I think Giants have obviously improved, in inverted commas, the AI, and obviously Courseplay plugs into it, so yeah. Right, so no, we don't do that. So what did we do this session? Well, basically we did... I love to show it like this, like where you do the harvested bit. So that's harvested, and we've harvested the grass, and we've harvested field 99. And obviously now we are, Joyce is, it looks like Joyce is actually mucking around, which is about right. With all of the workers of this session have been exactly like Joyce, absolutely mucking around. Okay, right, enough. I'll do it myself next session, you absolute plonkers. Absolute rubbish. Seriously. Gordon Bennett, helpers? They're more like hinderers. They really are. I've got to be honest, this session they've been an absolute nightmare. Truthfully, no help at all. In fact, yeah, you jump in and they've folded the pipe away, so you've got to fold the pipe out, or you jump in again and they're going round in circles. All it's doing is costing me a fortune in wages, and they're not even earning it. So it's ridiculous. And so that means that because of this fact that when I was sort of at the beginning of this session thinking, ooh, this, the workers can help me, and I'll do this straw. Well, that soon went out the window. So, yeah, we do need to, I would need to show you how much, how well we did with the wheat. So we do need to drop that. Yeah, so we did our 2 wheat fields. I did the grass field because the workers were incapable of actually doing anything that amounted to what you could call work. It was rubbish, absolutely pathetic. This did work finally as a grain. I couldn't get it to work before. Now this would be interesting to see, and yeah, can we stick this in here? Because it should be able to do it. So it really should have been. So it was something about the manure. So yeah, it didn't like the manure. It's quite happy with that. So there's still a lot of slow animations in that, really. Right, fantastic. Yeah, the speed of the grain, you just can see out the corner of your eye, and you know that it's just not right. So I don't think that's this. That's the actual game, because we modders do not control anything like that. Oh, I'll keep forgetting about dropping that one. Yeah, so we use that bit, and let's have a look at how well we did do with the wheat in total, because it should be in the 2 productions. I would put some in here, which may have gone across now. No, is that going? Well, it would have showed in either. Yeah, 6,911 tonnes. Then we just stuck in this one. How much? We do need to activate it, and we need to distribute that, and that is 15,050 litres. We could actually do the water. Yeah, because there is some in there as a full load, isn't there, that we stuck in not that long ago. So obviously I'm not going to show you the straw. We've got almost a full thing. I was loving using that thing. It's beautiful, but then that I had to drop my jobs and actually carry on because none of the workers, the only worker that did it was the actual harvester that was any good at all. And in the end, I used, I think I started off, Courseplay was good with that, and so was the normal worker. But as for both standard workers were rubbish on this, and so was Courseplay, so not impressed with that. But that really is it. We did feed the animals, and we also like took the milk and all that type of stuff out. I was going to say the straw's getting a bit low, but it's not really. And there isn't 96 tons of manure. We emptied it. There was 30, so that's showing you what's really in there that we can't get to. Slurry, obviously, you can see I got that. TMR we topped up. And nothing that we're selling it's all in the red. So the buffalo milk is just gone up on the yellow. We've got a shed load of solid fertilizer, which actually would be nearly worth 500,000 if we sold it at our own place. We might do, because obviously I didn't mean to do anywhere near that. The silage additive, how much did we get? Yeah, it did just do about like about one normal size pallet. So that I'm quite pleased with that, because it was. That all I made this do really, I was doing it to begin with as a business, but Giants won't let you sell it because it would make you a millionaire overnight because it's worth such a lot of cash. But to make your own little bit for your use, like I have done, that's not a bad thing at all. So yeah, I will be doing that in the future as well, because it is expensive to buy. So to make it is an absolute bonus. So yeah, we've not done any like fertilizing. In fact, let's set our little with going that on this field. Now I seem to have been quiet down on the grass field. Oh no, because I stopped it. You know, it was going to say it's not improved. You'd stopped it out of despair because it's done such a terrible job. It's true. It's definitely. It was that bad. So let's see. It is. It's funny. It looks black, but it's obviously because it's under the shade. It's Oh, then where did I stick the? I did. Now you see, this is what you get. I know where it is. I remember, but this is what you get when you change your places. You should stick to where you're gonna like go to, and just leave it alone. And I suppose we didn't have this shed, and I suppose I was trying to put it away properly, which a lot of people would be quite pleased with, so I suppose it's not a total bad thing. So we'll set this on the grass field, and then I'm literally going to sling my hook, because that is this session. Yeah, I'm going to like grab the straw up next session, but we'll let you go. You can't find a field. Huh? Well, again, yeah, it looks like Giants have improved the AI. Not. No, it is true. Sometimes I've got to be honest. If you're tired on that, so I came on because I was overtired, and I thought let's just have an hour and just like relax a little bit. So I have. But I always find when you are that tired, sometimes it's like the universe reads your tiredness, and nothing plays ball, and it's like to antagonize and annoy you, and it does invariably. But yeah, we still managed to fight and do all the jobs we've got to do, so I'm still quite pleased. We've still got our cornfields to do. That should now start if we switch back on. Yeah, we'll do that last thing as we go. We want to stick our mineral feed, which that's why it's because the mineral feed's distributing. Why did I distribute that? I wondered why it was appearing at the production shed, you plonker. So that means the mineral feed is probably scattered all over the farm at every other distribution warehouse, otherwise known as the production silo. Right, so we need to switch that on to activate it. And we are going to need, obviously, more than just, we're going to stick the straw in as well. And that's the wheat one, which we just will come eventually. Obviously, it's going to call for the... Oh, it's got 15 tons already. Wow, amazing. So we need... Digest it, we've got stones. I don't mind buying one thing. I've always said that. So we need to grab some stones. Do we do that now? Yeah, let's get it going. So we want... you. In fact, we may as well grab the straw, be good, and then We'll stick this 30 tons in. And then we just go and grab the same again in stones, and that should start to make the mineral feed. Yeah, so much for my stopping the pallets popping. Yeah, I can see bollards are not necessarily going to be a good idea, because you're going to have to be exact. But I suppose once you've worked out the exact spot you are in testing, then it'd be perfect. The bollards would work fine. I'm hoping to go for bollards that rise out of the ground. I've set myself up for it. Yeah, that's not the easiest thing to do, but stones. Let's grab some stones. And then that is a wrap. But yeah, I'm not going through. We're just going to stay in July. So yeah. No, because yeah, we've got the grass to cut. I don't want to lose the cut. I want to treat this with the respect it's due. Oh wow, that's a bit of a slam. What was about? Right, so we want stones. I'm not sure. I think these are one of those things that are like neither good either way. You can like do it. Oh, I'm not quite right, but luckily we get away with it not looking too terrible because you can't see the smoke, as giants call it. Yeah, it's weird. It's ever so strange. Obviously, once you start to mod, you get all the lingo. You know, like what giants call this, and so you like say things like that, and the smoke, and like people would think, well, what are you on about, smoke? It's called a smoke. You call it for everything. It's sort of like an effect. So that's what I mean by smoke. Yeah, it's yeah, when you get that cloud of billowing smoke, that is what they call smoke. Yeah, it's sort of like dust particles that like go everywhere. So that should now be making the mineral feeder, which really is a very good. I mean, we are doing well. I've got to be honest, for saying this is on hard economy, I'm making this look like it's normal economy. I mean, the BGA is obviously not quite as good as it would be like on normal, but like with I mean, we've not sold everything either, but you know, at our, so it's not all about that, but obviously that makes a huge impact. Yeah, we would not be anywhere near this without what we've actually done. So yeah, I'm quite pleased. Right, so then I think, yeah, all that remains to be said really is I did what? Yeah, no, I've explained everything we've done in the session. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Well, so much for putting those blockers down. Yeah, I had a bit of a look at the blockers earlier. Animations are my weak spot. I've not. Lambo sort of showed me how to do it, sort of, but I've not sort of mastered. I've sort of got. I know what it means, but what I mean is I've not done it. So you've got no confidence, right? So we need to set this going. 85, 86. No, that's old school. We need to do it the new way. 8586. This is a new course play as well, so I'm really not sure. Clear, load. Still want to say activate because it was such a habit of like saying activate. So we might need to like pick this up. Aren't we forgetting something? Aren't we forgetting like the trailer? I think we might. No. We need a trailer. That's all I'm saying. So let's go grab. In you enter. Now the one thing I'm going to say, the Rawley Christie, yeah, we may as well feed the animals warrior, aren't we? Really, I don't think it needed a lot if I remember rightly. Yeah, no, it didn't. That's right. Yeah, so may as well fill it as well, and then let go, and then we'll go grab the big trailer. I've been busy. I've been trying to make a big trailer for Oak City, but I've got to be honest. In the end, I've already spent a lot of time on. Where is the where is it's not Silverborn on the no, it is. It's ours. It's our. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I've spent a lot of time on it, but it's not working. And I thought, look, just make one yourself. And again, animations. Oh, wow, there are little weird fractals going on. It is true. I am right. It's Giants are sort of fixing things, but they're not. There's still weird, glitchy things like cracking on all over the game where things happen. So let's drop this off. We use the 30-odd tonner for the normal harvester. We'll set things going. It is going to be a bit of a master of disaster, this one, as in like there's going to be a lot going on. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to have to go into a time lapse and not chat so much on this particular one. Right, so let's set you going, and first is over there. So right, I still think it's going to hiccup onto that, but we'll set it going anyway. I'll have a go. Yeah, and we are going to grab the normal harvest, and I am going to say my words. Yeah, and we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. I think a bit of an explanation is in order. If I didn't do that, I'm going to wreck my field of crops, all because the amount of times I've had to jump in, and like now that I know that I can do that with that, it's just, yeah, it's so much easier to just get the tree sort of gone than it is to like faff around like that. So yeah, I apologise. It's not really my first choice, but right, let's strap it. I do like the fact it's got to. Yeah, I'm almost happy that with this is almost ticking every box that it needs to tick. Apart from, as I said, I've got a I would like to tweak it a little. I think I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to stick another sort of 2 eyelets at the top, and they're going to be a separate tension belt, and then I'm going to sort of end those 2. The trouble is, you're not allowed to cross. I did it a few episodes ago. You're not allowed to cross the things if they're too close. One thing I have done, and I realise again, it's one of those lack of knowledge. I've got my tension straps way too close, which means they sort of switch each other on and off. It can be handy, but it's obviously not really ideal. So now that should be able to get around come on, you can get around that surely this time. Surely you can. Let's do that. Let's grab the harvester and let's get cracking. Yeah, we'll get the other trailer. Right, so then, yeah, I've been tweaking quite a lot today. I've done my own one of those, finished that, but I've still not quite got it right. I'm missing something. Yeah, we may as well while we're here. Yeah, and I do realise that I have actually got my... I keep forgetting this as a global setting. Yeah, it's not... Oh, and are we on... No, we're on euros. Excellent. I thought we would be on dollars. So we are not. We are right. Oh, my life. Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose. You got out of the problem. That's the main thing. Yeah, I'm surprised. If that tree hadn't have been there, it would have worked. They were taking a wide swing. It does go to show the AI is obviously trying to be improved. Giants are actually sort of trying to program them with, like, well, if you can't do that, which I actually said that a long time ago. I said, you really would think like a programming, like Giants would like do an if this then that statement. You know, like for like, well, if I get blocked, then I want to do this instead. It's not rocket science. I don't think... No, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. It's because you're chatting. Let's have a look. Have I also set this on... oh, I don't want that. I'm glad I saw that. Oh. Activated. So I'm glad I did that, actually. So we want Field 94, which we haven't yet done anything on. This is one of our new fields. So we now need to field there, and it's going to be the headlands 3. We don't any of your round corner ramble. It's just not right. Right. So this is. Oh, how big is the header? Oh, it's 12.2. Fantastic. So save course. 12.2 I was very pleased when I could see that this can still use this. So right, so now we should be able to go first, and you should listen. Yes, there's a new version, of course. We literally loaded it today. I thought it's about time. Did I just cancel the work? No, I didn't. She's thinking about it after me like giving her praise and saying how good they are. She's now gonna like, oh, I've got me, yeah, I've got me, oh, I've still got it, yeah, you can always tell you got the super strength on it, that's it, it does, it's not as bad as an FS25, I've got to give Giants the due, well, you know how it works, it is that still a Giants sort of thing. Now we could actually use the grain trailer. Yeah, I mean, because we've not had much... I don't think this is quite working right, because I can't remember this being this much trouble. But, yeah, I hope we can use it as a 50-tonner, well, 48-tonner. Ooh, damage. Ted has a full grain tank. Oh, that's... Yes. Teddy, actually, not... I would imagine that's a foreign name. It's like TD or Teddy or... It's not Teddy as us English would think of Teddy. It's Teddy as in a foreign Teddy. Okay, let's sort that out first. It's the most important thing we've got to do. Let's no, don't do that with that. That is not fields. That is not field at all. You are fibbing. Okay, let's fill it ourselves because it's nearly filled. So let's get this, get it filled, and then drop it off when we're passing by. And then yes, twice it did that earlier actually when it was wrong about that. But then when I left it to its own devices, it was quite happy and realised that actually it was much bigger than it thought. That'll do. That'll do nicely. Let's lift that. Let's empty that. Yes. Oh, silage additive. Yeah, while we're here, we could actually do that. This is working very well, this trailer. So I've given up on this trailer. I'm actually making my own. started already. It's I've not got it on in my normal mods. It's only in mods in testing. It's a long way off. I mean, I can use it sort of hopefully in the not too distant future, but it won't be ready properly for quite a while. A bit, yeah. Like I'm trying to be really thorough actually, and I'm quite pleased with what I have achieved. So we've got the silage additive, which should be fillable here. And we are only making a little bit, so I think we added the tank to this. I'm sure we did. Okay, maybe. Oh, no, we did. Yeah, I thought so. Fantastic. So my little this way up sign is not quite in the right place. Not really. Wow, it's got quite a good storage, hasn't it? Right, so then if we go here, and then like say nearest, you should. Yeah, right, let's leave you to it then. Right, let's go back into that time lapse because we've got a lot of work to do. Yeah, so I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. think I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, there's still quite a lot of work to do, but I couldn't settle, so I thought, oh, I'm going to come on here. But the work, yeah, now if Courseplay or the workers were working okay, I would have left it more and we'd have done the straw and everything. But I've got to be honest, neither Courseplay nor the normal worker are actually any good at all in this session, apart from, no, the normal worker was better than Courseplay. Not impressed at all. Yeah, it's the latest version of Courseplay seems worse than the last. We did that field on the last Courseplay, not a single problem, just like trundled along nicely. The normal workers are going round in circles and stuff, so whether giants have improved, in inverted commas, the AI, and obviously Courseplay is now using the improved version of the AI, because it always does plug into that. Then obviously if giants have made a right mess of things, which, well, the workers are doing a worse job than normal as well, yeah, especially with the grass equipment. That was rubbish, absolutely pathetic. So yeah, that was not, I'm not bowled over at all by the performance of either, but I left the standard worker alone on this one, and they're not bad at this type of job, but I mean the grass work, that was terrible. Having the trailer on the back, and as for follow me, well, didn't even escape. I mean, I should know better than to ever follow with a harvesters, and forage harvesters are absolutely abysmal. They are really terrible and always have been, so I should know better really. But yes, silly old me. I didn't think at all. So we've done our wheat, which is fantastic. We've got obviously the straw to pick up, which we wouldn't have to do if the workers were actually doing, a good job. So in fact, I suppose what we could do is stick on follow this little lot and lead with the so we could follow you. I don't need you over here. We may as well at least get you all back to the farm. Yeah, I was quite impressed. It popped very quickly, the follow me, but then it abysmally failed in every single way. So yeah, it then didn't impress me very much at all. So now then, if we I'm not in the right place to follow, am I? Yeah, you got to get your angles right, which obviously everybody who knows about Bartholomew does actually know, but those who are new to the game don't necessarily know this, which I always sort of trying to pitch things at all people, really, because you never know who's watching, really. And I always think I remember those days when I knew nothing at all about the game, and I struggled something chronic with the farming. It was just so overwhelming. There was so much to take in. And I settled on tree husbandry. I was like a forest. Yeah, you literally did that to death at the beginning of the game. You decimated entire forests. Just leave it here because it has got to yeah, and then I sort of kept on tentatively trying the no, we do need this actually, yeah, tentatively trying normal farming, and in the end I sort of thought, oh right, okay, you know, I get it a bit. I sort of get it a little bit now. Fantastic. And then obviously precision farming came, and I tried it. I thought I'm going to be an early adopter of this because I like the idea of this. Well, I tried it for about a fortnight and then thought, oh no, I don't like this at all. But I did actually. But again, after about, because I had a bit of a test of it, I thought, actually that precision farming has got a few good things about it. I wouldn't need to like go over the field twice with my fertilizer. I mean, I know we've got fertilizer once now, so it's not, sort of takes a bit of the positive out of using. Now, can we? I'm trying to think, where is there a place we can stick this without blocking? Yeah, that's not really big enough, is it? I'd say over there, but we're like blocking the way at the minute, so. We might be able to dodge. Sometimes more room than you think. But that tractor looks precariously in the way. There is a bit of a trick though. You can sort of go around things if you like. Do that. Ooh, maybe it's not quite enough room, but you can see where I was going with it. It does actually work. I just needed a little bit more room. That was so terribly parked right in the middle. Right, so we could sort of stick this just over here by the sunflower sign, which I think is very nice. So that's ready to, yeah. So we've got the rest of the straw, and hoping that Courseplay is actually feeling in a better mood next session. It's a bit, yeah, very, very bad. So I think we did finish that field off, didn't we? We'll take that over to start on the next field, I think. Right, yes, we have finished this, I'm sure. Yeah, they were going round. It's, obviously, I know they're not always good with the trailers, but this is so good, I just don't understand why they're being awkward. So, yeah. It's just, yeah, excellent. Get this ready to rock and roll. Now that course did work, but again, it's new Courseplay, so I did there was another, I did an upgrade a few weeks back with Courseplay, and it crashed the game the first time, so I rolled it straight back to the version before again, so I'm not sure, it's not really bowling me over, the newer versions. I'll be glad when there's a stable version that actually, I knew I was going to do that. The second that I was like, looked and thought, no, that's going to get it, and you did. You're committed, aren't you? Or you should be. Right, we'll set the course for next. No, I'll do this off camera. Yeah. So all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me with what's left of this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.